Warning, rated H for honesty. You ever wonder what people truly thought about a texture pack? No BS texture pack reviews. Boys and girls, crawlers of all ages, welcome back to another episode of No BS Texture Pack Reviews with your hosts mcKrawll and
Jags Thunder.
Welcome, guys. Today we have an interview. Yes, that is correct, with the infamous Thadius Kayne, as we will pan over here, who is the texture pack artist of KayneCraft. Welcome, Thadius.
Welcome.
How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. First of all, thank you so much for doing this with us.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. And so far, I think we are the only ones that actually do reviews with the texture pack artist. What? What'd I do?
You said doo-doo.
I did say
doo-doo.
I did.
Well, that's
say
just
doo-doo.
that's just spiffing.
He went with a poop joke already.
Awesome.
I like it.
Love it.
You're gonna fit in, dude. Perfect.
Poop jokes go down great with me.
Sweet. Okay, first question that we have right off the bat is: did you watch our review?
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
I had a little look through most of your videos, and I really sort of caught my eye, especially the no bullshit reviews you started doing, the interviews. Sort of give another point of view as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And like Jag and I, what we do, we like to see multiple ways that a pack can be approached, like different resolutions. He uses mcPatcher, I use Optifine, and with all those kinds of options, we've got a lot of questions about that for you. And as people who want to know about how texture packs are kind of created, what those differences are. So,
and then also too, Crawl plays more creative, and I play more, modded builder based. So we kind of get two different aspects on, how to use the blocks. Whether we see them in the natural Minecraft environment, or like me, I pull them out of too many items and I start building with them.
Right.
So we try to.
I think you mean you play creative. I'm survival. You're
yeah,
creative,
yes,
I'm survival.
yeah. That's exactly what I didn't say.
Yeah. And Thaddeus, what are you, creative or a survival player?
I like a little bit of both, to be honest. Every now and again, I'll drop into a little bit of survival, do a little bit of that. But I do have a sort of world map that I'm editing at the moment, starting it off in World Painter, building up a entire world. It's the radius of the map's something like 20,000 blocks at the moment.
Oh wow!
But
I just started using that.
Slowly building that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I just found it a couple weeks ago. Actually, when I was trying to redo this map, I ran into it.
Interesting.
So yeah, cool program.
Pretty much paint for maps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That lets you create some nice land shapes and stuff like that. You can build some really nice sort of land formations and stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't seem real friendly on worlds that are already created, though.
No, not at all.
Oh, no. I haven't tried it. I gotta check it out.
It destroyed
hours of importing.
So you could tell most of the time. Jag and I have been doing these videos for a while now, and we can kind of tell when a texture pack artist is kind of going for, kind of leans more towards the survival rather than the creative, based on certain blocks looking like what they should be in their environment. So from your pack, what I kind of see more of a survival feel to it. Like your textures kind of look like what I would imagine them in their environment in a creative world. I mean, in a survival world.
I like to sort of try and think of it that way. I like to make things noticeably what they're meant to be. Stuff like glowstone inside the lamps. It's important to have the texture there inside the lamp texture and things like that. For me, you need to be able to see what something's made of.
Right.
It needs to make sense in Minecraft to me.
Okay, and I'm that way too. I'm that way too because I do that. I play a lot of the survival. So when I see something like the glowstone, and I like seeing it in the glowstone lamps. I don't particularly need it to be in the glowstone lamps, but having I really do like that when you take the glowstone and you put it into the glowstone lamp and put a frame around it. It right. Sort of gives you that feel. You have that understanding that that's where it's coming from. So I do like that. And Jag, go ahead. I know what you want to say right here about the glowstone lamps.
Coming from a texture pack artist, how do you look at glowstone? I mean, do you try to think of it as again in its natural form, or we as builders, we use it for lights. I mean, that's lighting in houses and everything. And we've been through so many packs that just suck so bad because you cannot use the glowstone for that at all. And a lot of people don't want to wire up the redstone lamps and such. So I mean, how do you feel about that?
Because in KayneCraft they're very similar sort of textures because they're incorporated into one another. If you've got the space to hide a switch or some redstone wiring, you can use the lamps. If not, just have glowstone on top of fencing for lamp posts and things like that.
And because your glowstone and your redstone lamps are very similar, that's one of the things I really love about your pack in particular. Aside from, I'm a cartoony type of guy. Anyways, I play Minecraft for kids all the time. Love it. And this just sets right next to it. This is just a really awesome cartoony pack for me, and I love the aspect that the glowstone and the redstone lamps are so close I can interchange them without having a big noticeable difference within the same build.
Yeah. Well, I tend to use glowstone a lot more, but I can't remember if is it in the 1.3 update that we can now place switches on the underside of blocks, or is that coming in 1.4?
No,
yes.
That was the 1.3 patch. That's correct.
That was very helpful.
Yeah, I haven't done too much building since that.
I have.
A lot. we gotta do this pretty much every day.
Yes. Okay, so here's a question for you. This pack obviously very uniquely made. It's obviously a toony pack, but where do you get the inspiration? Like, what made you think of doing a pack like this, as opposed to a realistic pack? You know.
Well, when I started playing Minecraft, I played around with several different texture packs, but one that sort of stuck with me was Bordercraft, which was based around the idea of Borderlands.
Right.
And it was a very good pack, but the artist ended up sort of slowly drifting away from the project, and I didn't want to sort of just take up the project myself. I wanted to sort of test myself, so to speak, with my photoshopping skills and things like that, to see if I could make an entire pack and then carry on from there.
The initial pack, when you first made it, I mean, what kind of time frame does it take? I mean, obviously, if you dedicate like 8, 10, 12 hours a day doing it, I mean, on average, how long does it take to do a pack like this, and get it, say, like 80% done, 90% done?
Oh, well, doing it in my spare time over the last year, it's taken me pretty much. That is on and off sometimes. Every now and again, I just won't feel like it, or something else will come up, work interferes, family matters, stuff like that, and I'll end up giving it a break for a week or two. But I'll always keep an eye on the forums. The community with Minecraft is one of the biggest things that I've seen just sort of pop up with a game, and the amount of input that they've given into my pack over the last year has been immense. I've always said about 90% of all the changes that have been made in my pack have been due to user comments in the forum thread.
Okay, well, that's where the second part of my question goes
Yes,
to.
I was waiting for this.
All right, after watching our review specifically and seeing the blocks that we disliked, did that influence you to change certain ones that we didn't like, or the ones
criticized?
Or criticized, yeah. Or did you already have some in mind that you were working on? And I know that this pack has been updated since we used it, and I also, as this third part of that, want to know, some of the blocks that you did change and why.
Yeah, well, I sort of keep note of blocks that get mentioned in the thread and in people's reviews, and once something gets enough comments on it, I'll generally sort of take a look at it, have a little bit of a tweak around, release a beta, because there are people who hang around on the thread and keep an eye open for newest stuff, because I do actually release a beta download as I'm working on the pack. I sort of work nightly and place a beta onto the
Oh,
my
that's good to know.
website for
Okay.
download. So people who are really interested in the pack can take a look, tell me what they think, tell me if they don't like any of the new changes and stuff like that. You wouldn't believe the number of things that I've sort of been tempted to put into the pack, and they've not even made it into a public download. They've been in the beta. People have had a little look at them, played with them, thought, nah, try something different, and something else completely different has ended up in the final releases.
Now, this beta download that you have, is that on your forums? Is that the one that says download for the snapshot? Or is that a
No,
different...
there's one underneath.
Oh, okay.
It's only released in 128. Because
okay.
it's as I work on it, I upload it each evening that I change something. So and people can keep an eye to my Twitter if they're inclined to keep an eye on the pack in that manner.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. So speaking of resolutions, for me, 128 is pretty much my favorite area to be in. I like the higher resolution packs. For those that play the lower packs. I mean, the transition between like a higher res and a lower res, does it take a lot of work to get different resolutions like that? Because a lot of texture packs just only do one resolution, 64 or 32. Are they easier because they're smaller pixels, or?
Well, when you're dealing with a pack that's native 128 by 128, you have to then change it down in size to the 64 and 32s that I've got as well.
And that's not just the scaling. You once you scale it down,
each
it
texture
has to be cleaned out, right?
Every texture needs to be
Yeah.
quality check to make sure that it's gone through the changes correctly, to make sure it is to the correct resolution for each part of the pack.
And that's something I noticed on your pack, is because I did the review on the 64 version, and even though it's a 128 pack native, like you said, the 64 version still looked really clean,
Very
considering.
clean,
And 64 is 64 and 128 is kind of where I like to sit around. 64 mostly just because it helps with my frame rates. It doesn't bog anything down, and generally at longer distances things don't look as grainy with mcPatcher. It doesn't have the map. With Optifine it does, so it's not that big of a deal. But with mcPatcher, if you're looking at textures from at a long distance, it'll look really grainy. So that's kind of why I like to stick around to 64.
Well, I do have a little sort of tip working in Photoshop. If you're making a texture pack to then scale down in size, and you want the sort of first two versions of your pack to look pretty good, once it gets down to the X32, I didn't particularly want to do that because it does look pretty damn ugly. But I tried to make sure that in the native version, which is the 128, to make sure that there was nothing any smaller, well, no detail any smaller than 4 pixels in size, to make sure that it does scale down to a full pixel on a X64. So there will be odds and ends of little details that go missing in the X64, but you do just get the extra hand-drawn details in the 128. Everything's a lot more sort of noticeably hand-drawn in the X128.
Interesting.
Very. Okay, so I figured this next part, we'll go ahead and just take a quick walk around while we go ahead and ask you some more questions. What do you think, Thaddeus?
Sounds good to me.
All right. So while we're walking here, why don't you go ahead and tell us the some of the stuff that you've updated since the 1.2... hold on, I'm getting this wrong. 1.2... What version is it?
I was going to say...
Is it 1.2.4?
It's 0.1.
1.4.1.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Too many numbers.
Well, yeah. Well, which version do you mean?
What version are we in right now? What is your latest version?
That's the 2.4.1.
Okay.
Right.
2.4.1. Okay.
Yeah.
When we did our review, it was in the 2.4.
2.4.
as far as we can remember.
Yeah, it is, because I actually just dumped it tonight. So
Yes.
pick up the new one to make sure we had it for this review. So
what are the differences between 2.4 and 2.4.1?
Well, it's the changes to that one started off when I was thinking about starting up a server, and I played around with something called MC Dungeons, and that creates spawn dungeons in your world, and it uses an awful lot of the stone brick textures. So part of the update was changing all of the stone bricks to make sure they looked a lot better. The moss on mossy stone bricks.
Yeah, we definitely noticed the brick.
Yeah, we noticed that right away. I don't think I noticed the stone bricks being any different, but the mossy and the cracked, I do significantly notice the difference.
And the double slab.
And the double slab. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a little look at a mod called MC Dungeons and run it over a map, it'll place dungeons, big pointy dungeons all over the map that go all the way down to bedrock with fancy rooms full of loot.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does.
And they use an awful lot of the stone textures, so I thought I'd do a little revamp on those with the CTM
cool.
support that I also put into the last patch.
So speaking of CTM, are there any changes that you've made that are only compatible with, say, mcPatcher rather than Optifine, or vice versa?
CTM's now included in both, I believe.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Better Skies are not, and I believe there's a few other little things that are also not included with Optifine.
Yeah.
Just because mcPatcher is now taking on multiple types of mods, because I believe Better Skies was originally a mod of its own, and then mcPatcher.
It sort of incorporates them as they come along. The things that seem to be becoming the norm, stuff like animated textures, random mobs, things like that. That's one of the reasons why, as soon as I started work on the mobs, I made sure that they were random mobs compatible, so you've got all your different variations of random animals and mobs.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, you probably noticed too. We definitely changed our texture pack map to make things stand out and a lot easier to review.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just that's what we've changed since your pack. No, so I was going to throw that in a little bit ago, but I didn't want to interrupt Carl. He was on a roll there.
Doesn't happen often.
No, sure it does.
Well, that's just at the gym, and that's a whole different story.
As far as this pack goes in its state right now, what is like your hottest block that you're working on to change right now? What's the one that's bugging you the most?
Probably the one that's going to cause the most problems for me is going to be the CTM on glass. I'm going to change the border to be slightly thicker, because if you look up at the ceiling, you can barely tell there's glass there at all at the moment.
Yeah.
That's something Jag doesn't like too much.
Yeah, I don't. I run into it all the time because I put glass in a building. I don't like the little hashes in the corners, but I like some sort of a border, a little bit of a frame. And it pisses me off because when I updated my mcPatcher for this version 1.32, I accidentally clicked CTM, and I was so pissed because, I haven't had time to remod. I could have, I guess, but, now I've got CTM, and I'm so damn mad about it because I myself, I don't like it for that reason. I love clear glass, but I want to see the little frames, the little borders and shit when I put like 4 pieces in a window. I like to see the little framework going on.
And that could be done just by turning off your CTM.
Actually, once you install it with mcPatcher, there's no option to take it back out.
You'll have to wipe it.
I gotta remod it.
Yeah, you'll have
Optifine, you can just turn it off in the settings though.
Yes,
I definitely prefer I really do wish that Optifine had certain options that mcPatcher does, like better skies and what have you, because it does. I honestly think that Optifine is the better choice to use. It's not a mod installer. I install my own mods anyways, but it's just, it allows for such a higher frame rate, more customization for frame rate for your graphics, and I can run a higher resolution with lower frame rates than with mcPatcher. But mcPatcher is getting better with their optimization though. They are getting better with that.
Yeah, I have been leaning more towards Optifine these days.
I think a lot of people
just for the options that are available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't really see a lot about it when I first started Minecraft a little over a year and a half ago. mcPatcher was the thing, you know. I mean, it seemed like everybody, that's what they used to put it in. Optifine was kind of like in the background, but you know, more and more people were starting to use it. I never leaned that way because from day one I've always used mcPatcher, and even today, you know, I still kind of half-ass prefer mcPatcher, even though I love, you know, the extra options that Optifine give you. But you know, I may switch over. It just depends. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah. So. Okay. So. We're a little ways through the interview here, and I just want to make sure everyone knows. If you guys are interested on knowing like future updates and stuff, Thaddius does have a Twitter, and you guys can see him on there. Go ahead and tell him what your Twitter is, Thaddius.
That's Thadius Kayne.
And what kind of information do you usually put out for what's coming out in your pack?
I tend to put screenshots up of latest things that I've been working on, and every now and again hidden little things in the screenshots, odd little changes and things like that I don't tell people about, so they can just find out about them as a surprise. Like when I normally do my beta releases, I tend to post a Twitter update every time I update, and because I just upload it onto the KayneCraft.co.uk server that I've got rented, people can just download it straight from the thread, and just so people know, if they can get to the thread just by going to KayneCraft.co.uk, and that will redirect you straight to the thread.
Oh, awesome! That's good to know.
And we'll put the links in the descriptions too.
Absolutely, guys.
Yeah, love this, dude. This is awesome. I love the change of this glowstone.
Yeah, huge improvement. I believe the glowstone last time was just a retexture of this one, wasn't it?
It's not even a huge improvement, because I love the last one too, but this is like giant jelly beans, and I just want to eat them.
I just thought a different pattern from the cobblestone would set it aside from stuff like the bedrock.
Right. I think it definitely did its job.
I have toyed with the idea of changing cobble before, but everyone in the thread tried to kill me.
Yo, yeah, definitely.
Don't mess with the cobble. The cobble's great. If you're gonna mess with it, mess with the other textures that have the cobblestone texture on it. But your cobblestone texture is great.
Yeah, it is awesome. Very cool. There was a couple that we wanted to go over. I was gonna specifically ask you about when we get to them. One of them was clay. We've already passed. Is that in the reworking stage? That was one that I personally didn't care a lot for.
It could do with sort of better tiling. It does. You can see odd edges to it.
Yeah.
I'll probably give that a tidy up. I'll add that to my list of tweaks and changes that need doing. I've got a little book that's building up of changes and stuff that needs doing before I can work on mod support.
All right.
Okay. Well, since you brought it up, mod support, what are your plans for that exactly?
Well, seeing all the things that are getting incorporated into things like Optifine and the mcPatcher, I'm most probably going to be edging towards stuff like random textures for things like ores, animated textures for stuff like glinting, diamonds and things like that, possibly some new weapons and things like that, because as I've worked on the texture pack, it's improved in many different ways, and you can see, if you look on the thread from the first screenshots that I posted all the way through, it's improved time and time again. I've actually amazed myself sometimes with some of the things that I've managed to put together.
What about supporting mods like Tekkit or like the Aether, stuff like that?
That's one thing that's been asked a lot of me is Tekkit, and well, I'd like to say that once I've got vanilla Minecraft content to a state where I'm happy with it, I will be attempting to try and do the whole of Tekkit, starting with the most used parts, stuff like build craft, industrial craft,
Right,
red power and things like that.
I think you do a kick-ass job on red power. I would love to see red power in your texture pack, like totally, like all the pieces to it. I think that would look so cool.
I'm not so much of a Tekkit player, but Jag is, so
yeah. I've been playing around Tekkit and buildcraft, industrial craft, on and off pretty much through my whole Minecraft career, I guess you would call it. Now it's a career. But a lot more here lately. We got nuke station builds, and I mean just a lot of stuff. We got a whole server based around just Tekkit. We've been testing some other texture packs on there, and I've got a couple that I use, and I'm waiting for that one that's just gonna wow me. So hurry up! No, I'm just kidding.
I keep putting off playing Tekkit because I want to play it with my own textures. That's a big problem that I have at the moment. I can imagine. Don't want to install the pack and not have everything looking pretty. It's
one thing.
I've just noticed that I've got one of my development packs on at the moment that's got some of the paintings done as well.
Yeah, speaking of your paintings, your paintings suck, dude.
I've been working on the paintings over the last couple of days as well.
Your paintings
suck.
They're default. You're a dick. I'm just kidding.
No, but seriously, I am.
Yeah, we need to loosen up a little bit. We're too serious, dude. That's the problem. We're used to running through here and just acting like fools.
I think my main issue right now is I'm wearing some tidy whities instead of boxers, so it's all scrunched up.
Well, at least you're wearing some.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Okay. Anyways, we'll just keep on moving like we've been doing.
I'd wear some with all that diamond on, dude. There's gonna be some chafing. There's gonna be some chafing.
I got bag bomb on.
It's got to cut in somewhere, isn't it?
Let's look at the water real quick. Did you do anything with the water? It looks a little different to me.
It looks the same to me. Exactly the same.
I think I possibly changed the opacity on it. I possibly made it slightly more solid in color.
Told you.
Yeah, you shut your face.
Yeah. I thought it was something was changed about it.
I wasn't sure because I have transparent or whatever clear water on, so it's hard for me to tell.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, there's the birch planks. Yeah, I love your planks. A lot of them reuse the same texture, but I love the colors on them. It's just really good.
Do you plan on making their own textures for each wood?
Well, it's entirely possible. I'm sure I could think about doing something like that, and random textures to make sure that planks switch around and things like that.
That would be cool.
It's all stuff that I can add into my little book.
Myself, I love it because I like to, again, from builder's aspect, I love to, mix and match my planks. And there's a lot of texture packs that I can only use one or two of the planks, and the other ones I don't even touch because they've screwed around with the texture so badly that it just doesn't even go with the other planks or the other, the other pieces of wood or anything. So, just coming from a builder standpoint of view, you don't do anything drastic. Change their free will.
No, I'm a huge stickler when it comes to wood. I'm a carpenter by trade. And your wood looks like wood. And a lot of them, they don't look like wood.
No,
so
they look
these really do look great. Don't get me wrong. It's just they are the same texture, just retextured. With a different color. I mean,
in the workshop as well.
Which is probably why this looks so good.
Model making.
Yeah. So the only reason I was asking that because these do look so good. I can imagine you doing one for each different one looking just as good. You know, like one that was a crate, one that you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, well, in the update before last, I spent a long time making sure that I got the wood looking a lot better and making sure that all the textures that came from the wood products looked better, had nails and things like that in them. Yes, they're cartoony. It's meant to be cartoony.
Yeah, they look great. They really do look great, though.
Because it's got the nails in it. That's what, to me, that's what I love. It's because it's got that kind of detail in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think a lot of, some of the texture packs that we've looked at, the planks look like a chunk.
He's looking at the side of the house over here.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just, trying to move things,
right.
move over to the side. There's a lot of wood over here. I've got the, what the hell are those?
Jungle
God
wood.
dang it, the fucking jungle trees. Yeah. So I got those over here, and I got some more planks back here. The wooden fences. So I was trying to come back here where there's a lot of wood.
Now,
there's a lot of wood
I love your pack, but there's one thing that's driving me nuts on this pack, and that's your pumpkins, dude. They look almost like hand painted, almost. Like someone took some paint and just went to it with a brush. You know what I mean?
That's pretty much what I went for with them. They did used to be a much dirtier texture to them. I sort of cleaned them up a while ago.
I think the thing that bothers Carl the most is because it's got the heaviest outline of all the textures, it makes it stand out a lot heavier than others. Right.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not so much the texture itself. It's when you put it really next to a texture like this. There's no identity to it. It's like they're so different. They don't look like they're from the same pack.
Yeah.
That's all. Because your melons are incredible, dude.
Yeah, the melon's got like that nice glossy look to it, like it's got the shiny skin on it.
They're at least double D's.
Yeah, the pumpkins got kind of like a dull brush look to it, which is cool. I like it. The only thing that kind of got me a little bit is that it looked like it had a heavier outline around it than the rest of all the blocks. So if you like you said next to the fence, you can really see that black outline before you see anything else.
Yeah,
but I like them.
I understand what you mean. I'll add those to the list. Blocks. I'll take a look at.
So that tells me I'm the only one who has even mentioned it.
Well, yeah. I've been working on plants recently with new grass and flowers and things like that.
Oh, that's good. That's good that you're working on that now because coming up here we're getting some new vegetation in the next patch. Yes.
Yeah, new veggies.
So 1.4, we're gonna get. I forgot what we're getting. I think we're getting like 2 new crops we can grow.
Yeah, we're getting carrots and potatoes.
Carrots and potatoes. That's right.
Yeah, they're actually in the snapshot ready version of the pack at the moment.
Oh,
but
nice.
That isn't ready for the current snapshot.
Oh, okay.
That's a couple of weeks ago, because I've still got things like the witches and things like that came out over the last couple of days to do.
The bats and the witches. Yeah, that'd be cool. Awesome. There was a couple things in this particular room that we wanted to ask you about. The first one for me was the TNT. This is kind of like my pumpkins like to crawl. Is this? Do you plan on doing more with this? The thing that I don't like about this texture personally is the band around it. I love the idea of the sticks of dynamite, but the band itself just doesn't kind of fit with it. Like if it was more of a straighter band.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's holding it together.
Yeah, I haven't actually spent too much time playing around with much TNT. It's weird to say, but me and my brother did play around on a server for a bit, seeing how much we could make legitimately, and blew a crater the size of a small town in one of my worlds. But I could possibly have a little look at those, see about possibly. Well, I think it'd be a complete redo of the texture, because that was a first texture. That was one of the first ones that I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I said,
that one hasn't changed since the start of the game.
I think that's really cool. Just maybe a little more detail on the sticks, and then that almost looks like a sheet kind of wrapped around like a piece of cloth. You know, if it'll, you know, make that look like a
You're
band
lucky
of
that
some sort.
touch plate isn't one block
I know,
close.
right?
Oh, no. Yeah,
We do it.
That sounds like Woody Woodpecker. Holy shit. I don't know where that come from.
Actually, I think we can get that pressure plate one block closer. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Oh. Yeah, I'm walking all over this shit. Don't blow up my shit,
What
dude.
happens if I put this here?
I think we all know what's gonna happen.
See, I put it in here because I tend to break shit, and I would be the first one to blow that up. So I put it someplace where I didn't think I would, and what I do, I put it actually right next to it. Didn't even notice that till now.
The bed. This is my favorite texture in the whole pack, and of all things, it's weird that this is my favorite. I love the bed. I really do. I love how you
I
did
must
this.
admit that's one texture that I haven't really even thought of changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a cool looking bed.
One thing that tends to sort of stick with me with any of the other packs that I ever used was the type of bed that they had. Whether it had a pattern on it, a different colour to it, or what. And I wanted to make sure that the bed was something that you felt at home with when you went back to in your survival game. You'd be happy to get back to your bed.
Oh yeah.
I love your thought behind each texture.
Yeah.
I was honestly thinking, you know, with texture pack designers, how intimate, and I know that's probably not the word used, but how intimate do they get with their texture pack? I mean, do they feel it that much where each texture means something to them? Like the bed has to feel like it's homey, or the wood has to feel like it's you would get a splinter from it if you touched it. Just different intimate details about each block. So that it's pretty cool. Like I said, that we actually get an interview with an author that isn't, you seem like you're in touch with, all of your materials.
Yeah,
exactly. Well put.
I've lost count of the number of reviews that I've seen, which have just been one guy wandering around going, don't like this, don't like that, like this, like that, don't like that. And it just goes on like that for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what we didn't want to do with this series. That's exactly
why we're doing this series, because of people who do that. That's exactly why we have this series.
You don't know why. There's no feedback. With us, I mean, we have fun doing it. They're long series. I mean, they're usually an hour and a half. The Affinity was 2 hours.
2 hours, yes.
But we don't care because, we know there's people out there that want to know, especially authors. We're hoping authors will look at it and see, okay, finally I've got some constructive criticism. Yeah, we have fun with it and wipe our ass on some of the textures. It's all out of good entertainment. It's all out of good entertainment, it is, but it's also, too, to kind of give some feedback back, to the authors, because I don't feel that they do get it. The reviews that I see, like you guys said, they walk through, this sucks, well, why does it suck? What makes it suck?
Well, I did have one particular review that I keep going back to every now and again because it was one of my original netherrack textures that he described as lumps of shit in chewing gum.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, we've got some pretty creative words for a lot of the textures that we use.
And it's a good thing he didn't tell you how he really felt,
Oh my God! No, I hit Von Doom's pack pretty hard the first night.
Yes, that was our first.
We was just trying to get into the series, and we was gonna go raw dog, just go in there and just trash everything.
No.
And then as we got into it, we started realizing a little bit more. We can have fun with this, but still, not to the point where we're like really crude about it, and nasty, cruel about shit. Because we do want the authors to watch these. We want them to see, what people are putting in the comment section, what seems to people agree to, and watch things get changed and watch things develop. Because I love texture packs, and it just without them, I probably wouldn't play Minecraft. I honestly would. I'm
with you on there.
I was going somewhere with that. I just took me a while to get there.
I must admit, I can't remember the last time I played Minecraft without a texture. Well, without my texture pack. I tend to not play an update until I've got the texture pack sorted and online, ready for other people to play as well.
I bet you it was probably right before you started making your texture pack.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Before I forget that, you said other texture pack. Do you ever play other people's texture packs, or are you like solid hardcore? This is my pack. This is all I ever play.
I take a look at them every now and again, just have a little look, see, possibly sort of have a look, see how other people have approached textures and things like that. Yeah, some people could say, "Oh, yes, copying," but all of my textures are hand drawn from.
Yeah, they're original. They're definitely original. Yes, that's
There's nothing wrong with taking ideas from other people and using them in your own way. Nothing wrong with that. Music, all music is done that way. I don't care who you are. It starts from something that was already made.
Right.
Yeah.
Iteration and drawing of inspiration is just something that happens.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Things change. Things are similar. Things are different.
Yep. Okay,
all right,
so
the next one was not iron bars. It was ladders. Was ladders good? No, ladders were good.
No, ladders were good. They were just they blended in. I remember we said that they blended in.
Yeah, they blend in pretty well on wood.
Yeah. You were good. You had something with the tracks, or were you?
Yeah, no. I think the only thing I said was that it was a little bit difficult to notice if they were on or off coming at them. But no, I think he may have changed it because it looks obvious now.
No, they've always been like that.
Okay, that was another pack. No, they look good. No, that's great.
Okay, I think
I like to sort of think of the idea that the off ones are closed and in position where they wouldn't let you go fast.
Right.
And the on ones
let you slide right through.
Letting you go fast.
Yeah, that's great. Those look awesome.
There's the lamps. Yeah, those are all. Oh, and I gotta say this. I don't know how the texture works, but yours is the only tripwire that we can actually see in our reviews. I mean, actually really see good.
It looks like a rope. It's awesome.
Yeah. We had to put dark wood under it just to see the other ones, and they're like wires. You can't even see them. And
one pixel
even on
wide.
256 packs, I can't see them. So I mean, is it? Can you texture the thickness to it, or I mean, how does that work?
Well, the size of it is Well, it was a direct translation from the size of the one that came in original Minecraft, because that one is just a speckled line, I believe. So it's not actually completely visible in the default Minecraft pack, because there's sort of gaps. So it's harder to see. I haven't had any complaints from saying that the string is too easy to see or anything. So
no, I absolutely love it. When we walked up on this, I was like, "Holy shit! We can see it this week."
Yeah, it doesn't look. It looks like there's so much more detail in that than there is in the other blocks. Almost like it has more pixels allowed in it.
I mean, even from way back here, I mean, you can see it. You know, and see, my thing is how far can you run this? 32 blocks?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not sure.
You miss a couple blocks and another texture pack, have fucking fun trying to find it. That's my thing. With this here, you're going to lay that shit down. You're going to know, hey, I got it. You know, I mean, the mobs, it's not like, oh, tripwire, I'm going to go around it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, as far as the servers, you're setting up traps and shit like that. I understand that. But, you know, coming from the, non-creative aspect here, the mobs are going to trip that shit.
Yeah.
I want to know I put the damn thing down. So, yeah, awesome job on that.
Yeah, a lot of times they get lost when you stack them on top as well. You stack one on top of the other. You know, you could actually see this one here now. But a lot of times you wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 45 minutes, guys.
All right.
Just letting you know.
Anything
new with the creeps, the mobs that you want to touch on?
Well, there's going to be not so many changes to the animals. I think everyone seems to be pretty happy with the way that they're looking.
They're happy. I like them.
There might be a few more variations, odds and ends of little changes, just to sort of add different variants.
Tongue is sticking out. I didn't notice his tongue was sticking out.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't see his tongue sticking out.
Yeah, it's sticking out of his nose.
It's up his nose.
Yeah.
Right up his nose.
Wait, am I looking at a different texture? Do you have multiple textures?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
I'm not
compatibility.
seeing them.
Yeah, remember, because we do this when we go through our texture pack reviews. Sometimes I'll see a skin and he won't.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I
Different-
found one.
Yeah.
And I think that may have something to do with he and I using Optifine and mcPatcher. I bet you mcPatcher, if we were both running it, we would both be able to see the same texture on the same mob.
Do they all have horns?
Nope.
Because I'm seeing
Nope,
some
no.
with horns.
Yeah, some of them without horns. Subtle differences,
There's
man.
variants
That's
without
pretty cool.
horns.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's-
Do you want
I-
to? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you even want to go down in the main mob section?
No.
Like I said, is there anything down there you want to address, Thaddeus, or we'll just keep on?
Well, we can do. They're all skinned down there if you want to have a look at them.
Okay.
All right. I can't hit the thing. And I dropped a cow in here.
Cow. Oh,
Nice.
great. Oh, fuck.
That's okay. Don't worry,
Oh,
I'm not
that's
gonna
cool.
save the world. It's cool.
I've
and-
got it, I'm not
Creeper,
afraid to use it.
definitely one of my favorite, dude. All
Yeah, those are
bubbly and
really-
shit. I love
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna cartoony them up a little bit though, because
No!
they're a little bit too detailed
A
at
little
the
too
moment.
detailed. There's too much detail in my mobs.
Yeah, well, possibly some outlining to the speckles on the front of them or something like that, just to sort of bring them in line with the outlines and dark lines that I've got in the other mobs as well.
Right.
Cool.
Oh,
I like 'em.
one more thing I wanted to mention on your forum post on your thread, there's a quote on there that I think is just hilarious, and I'm gonna go ahead and quote.
Is
this.
it Mac one?
It is. It is. It says, "I do not condone or in any way support the use of Apple products. This pack might make them explode." I love that. That cracked me up. I am a PC guy all the way, and I don't have an iPod. I have nothing Mac related. Absolutely
Well,
nothing.
ever since university, when one of my tutors decided, right, today we're all going to use Macs. So I've walked through from the PC lab into the Mac lab, sat at one of the computers. So I had a little play with it. So instead of using a mouse with 2 buttons, I've now got to use a mouse with 1 button and another hand. I could be eating a muffin with my other hand while I'm doing my work if I'm on PC. It's got 2 mouse buttons that I can use.
And you know what's
Whereas
funny? I have the new G600 mouse. It's the gaming mouse by Logitech, and it actually has 3 buttons instead of 2.
Yeah.
So I am very happy with this mouse. It's a very nice mouse. So
This is my
more
favorite
buttons,
mod.
the better. Plus, it also has 12 buttons on the side, but that's a whole nother story. All right.
Love the skeletons. Awesome job. Please don't ever.
Yes. Yeah. Great.
They're going to get some variations,
No.
but I'm but variations as well as those.
Variations. He's not
Okay.
going to change these. He means he's going to make more different ones.
There'll
Okay.
be more different types of them,
Gotcha.
along with the wither skeleton and things like that.
Oh, awesome. Oh, speaking
Okay.
of the update coming up, you said you've done some textures. What textures have you done for the next update?
Well, some of them are actually visible in the pack.
Yeah, I hit the damn door. It's supposed
You
to stop the
you're trying to
creepers
get me
from going
killed
anywhere.
somehow. Well,
Maybe.
if,
Maybe.
The doors were
Hey.
to keep the creepers in, and they still get through. So we'll have to
Yes, because they
Terrible.
spawn in there.
if you want to set me to survival and try and kill me, feel free.
That was going to be at the end, but you ruined it now.
Yeah, if you fancy chasing me off into the sunset.
Must have headless
Okay.
golem here. This
Yeah,
guy's awesome.
great. Oh, man. Do not change this, please. This is just so great.
I had some great fun playing around with transparency.
I
with,
bet.
with stuff like this and the cow's horns and the village's arms. Well, I had some great fun with transparency with
Villagers' arms. Oh, they're all tiny. That's funny. I never noticed that. Was that recent? Did you change that recently?
No, well, I think it was 2 updates ago. I
Oh,
put
okay.
in hostile mobs and villagers.
Oh my god.
There is actually a villager that's supposed to be me as well.
Oh.
I thought I saw one that looked like the face you had. Hold on.
Yep, there's...
You're going to start dropping the 50 of them.
I might want to drop
He's in
one
a
or
red
two.
shirt.
I can't find it. Where is it?
Interlude music.
Villager. Oh, it's the last one. And
Red
nothing.
shirt.
There he is.
No.
There he is.
I'm not getting them yet.
I see 3 red
They've
shirts,
all got
4 red
there he
shirts.
is.
Where is he?
Next to the priest. I'm looking at him.
Has he got
That's
a red,
me.
the purple shirt on?
No, red shirt.
Red shirt. Oh, is that him?
I see like
Okay.
5 red shirt guys.
Yeah, he's the one with the big handlebar, mustache and beard.
Yeah,
regret
see, I'm
beard.
not seeing him
Yeah,
yet.
okay, yeah, I see him. That's cool.
That's me.
He's not spawning for me. This is not cool.
Jesus, you got like
There he is. I got him. Aw, hey. He's a rare spawn.
No, I see him. How come you don't see him down here? He's down here too.
Well,
Remember, it's all to do with the variations.
Yes.
Yeah.
random
Okay.
ops.
How it randomizes it.
Mhm.
Cool.
That's awesome.
All right. We got about 8 minutes, and I'm gonna have to switch drives.
Okay, first of all, lava's awesome, dude. Don't touch it. You touch it,
updated
someone's
that
gonna hunt you
recently.
down, dude. I guarantee you.
Oh, I'm
sick-
pretty happy with how
I'll
it is
sick
at the
Jag
moment.
on you.
And then this shit right here. This is what got us.
Oh yes.
These guys are just absolutely. Oh my god, fucking awesome.
Awesome.
That's all I can say.
Just awesome.
The smoke is just so cool.
Yeah,
Great.
well, the particle update I did last time I updated was once I saw these guys with the new particles, I just sort of said, right, definitely staying like that.
Love it. Great job.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite probably in the whole pack.
Your
Yep.
magma slimes look really cool too. I love that you
Yeah,
put the eyes
yeah.
on the lava.
Yeah, they do. And unfortunately, we're probably not going to get to the end. Did you do anything with
we
Dragon or
didn't.
not?
We never saw the Ender Dragon.
All right, well, let's go there. Let's hurry up and get down.
Ender Dragon sadly isn't done.
Oh, it
Oh,
isn't.
it ain't
Oh,
done?
I haven't done either of the two bosses.
All right, can you stand right here, Daddy? Right there, right there in that
where?
spot.
Here?
Right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You can stand there.
All right, we're still going on. We're still going to
See
the
that
end, right?
button right there? Oops.
Okay, there's
Yeah.
the up. Come on, go up, asshole.
I'm not able to hit it. I should have turned off F1. All right. So
All right,
up. Is everyone already up here? And I'm just.
yeah, we're
Okay.
up here.
Okay, so the Ender Dragon is not done, but now you guys can see
Not done,
the.
but it will be.
Okay. Is that going to be pre 1.4, or are you saving that for 1.4?
I'm going to try and get it done for 1.4. There's
Okay.
going to be a lot. I'm going to see if I can get all of the stuff,
Oh, shit.
Wasn't me. Maybe it was
Didn't
me.
touch it.
all of the vanilla Minecraft content that doesn't have one of my textures should have one of my textures by the time 1.4 hits. I'm
Nice.
hoping.
Awesome. Well, Thaddeus, thank you so much for doing this with us, man. We really
Absolutely,
appreciate
this
it.
was a blast.
Yeah.
Totally
It's
awesome.
alright, it's been
Loved it.
great fun.
All right.
Terrific.
Is there anything you would like to let anybody know who wants to download your pack? Is there any final comments that you'd like to tell people?
I'd just like to say thank you very much to everyone who's downloaded the pack and left their comments and made videos and everything, and people who are happy to give input and receive input and absolutely everything people have been able to do. And hello, Mr. Ender Dragon. It's been fantastic fun meeting you two and joining in with this video. And
Man, he's just like in our face.
yeah, he's pissed off. He doesn't.
He
have-
used this. This is where we do our final review on every pack.
I don't think
Started
we've
doing it, like,
ever
right
been
here.
hit by him too.
No, I got hit on the last one.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got hit quite a few times. He was like, I was like, what the hell's he doing, man?
I don't know,
I'm
he's
trying to
just-
talk
he's, like,
here.
circling us.
Asshole.
Ender Dragon, he's a buzzer. Go ahead.
If people follow the pack, follow me on Twitter and keep an eye open for beta updates. I'll be starting development on the pack again soon. I've been a little bit busy with real life engagements at the moment, but I'm now going to be getting back onto the development of the pack, starting with the paintings. I've got about half of them done at the moment, and I'll be getting a beta up probably by about halfway through the week. I think I should have pretty much all of the paintings done.
Awesome. I look forward to that.
Alrighty, well, if that's it, we'll go ahead and just conclude like we normally do.
Yep.
Everybody follow all three of us on Twitter. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.
Peace out.